Hey, it's OP here. In this video, I'm going to explain the easiest way to scale your coaching business. And trust me, when I explain how this actually works, you would literally kick yourself for not doing this earlier in your business. And when we found this out for our clients, it truly changed the game for how quickly we're able to get clients from 20, 30K months to 100K plus months in a very short period of time. So in case you don't know who I am, my name is OP. I run a marketing company called Challenges.io, and we help coaches, online experts sign clients daily without sales calls. And we've signed 3,000 plus clients for the clients that we work with, and we help them generate multiple seven figures from their offers. So this stuff works, and trust me, when I found this out, it truly changed the game on how we help clients scale their coaching businesses. So before we get into the easiest way to scale your coaching business, you first need to understand the easiest way to scale anything, period. And the easiest way to scale anything, to take something from small to big, is through leverage. And leverage just means getting more for what you put in. Plus, the difference between someone who makes $1 million a month and someone who makes $10,000 a month is truly how much leverage do they have in a 30-day period, and how much are they getting for what they put in that 30-day period. So if you want to scale your coaching business, like I said, you first need to understand how to scale anything. And the quickest, easiest way to scale anything is through a concept called asymmetry. And asymmetry just means finding those points in your coaching business where you have to do very little work to get the maximum output. There are so many leverage points in a coaching business or an online education business where you have to do only something small to get an insane output from it. Some examples of that could be launching a new funnel. So if you have one funnel right now that's making you $100,000 a month, if you launch a new funnel, you could literally go from $100,000 a month to 200 grand a month. That's an example of asymmetry. It takes very little effort, but it can get you so much output from doing the same thing. Another one could be recording more hooks for your ads. Very small effort leads to so much big output when you do it correctly. So asymmetry truly helps you scale your coaching business because it allows you to put in small effort and get maximum output. Some additional examples of asymmetry could be increasing your price. So if you currently charge $2,000, you could probably charge $3,000 for your offer. Just doing that alone, very small effort, could lead to double, triple your growth in a very short period of time. Another example could be doing more of what works. So if you have a funnel, a challenge funnel right now that's getting you $100,000 every single time you launch it, if you decide to do it once a month instead of once a year, doing more of what works is an example of asymmetry because you already have that foundation built. You've built like the challenge funnel already. Just doing more of it would not take you too much work, but it could truly quadruple the growth of your business. So once you have that at the back of your mind, trying to find those leverage points could be one of the easiest things you can do to scale your coaching business. People are too caught up in the weeds of trying to scale or optimize every single part of their funnel. They want to get their opt-in page from 25% to 30% when they could literally just do something that has asymmetry and quadruple their business. So you want to find those leverage points. It's truly important if you want to scale your business. And the easiest leverage points we found is genuinely spending more money on ads. I know it sounds insane. I know it sounds scary to some people, but the easiest thing you can truly do to scale your coaching business as fast as humanly possible is just spending more money on ads. Spending more money on ads literally takes 2 seconds. And maybe you might need to create a few more ads, a few more creatives, film a few more videos, and you could just genuinely scale a business that way by just spending more money on ads. And it sounds very simplistic, and it's crazy how many coaches do not just spend more money on ads when they already have a funnel that is working. Now, the caveat to this is you don't want to spend more money on ads for something that is not working. The funnel has to already be working. Your marketing system already has to be working before you try and spend more money on ads. And we had a client, I think 3 years ago, that was getting about a 1.3x ROAS or so, and she was spending about $15,000 a month on ads, which is literally insane. So you don't want to make that mistake. You do not want to spend more money on what is not working. If you have a funnel that is not working right now, spending more money on ads is not the most asymmetrical thing you can do. There are so many other things you can do to your business aside from just spending more money on ads. You want to make sure you only spend money on ads on what is working. But if you do have a funnel or a marketing system that is getting you at least a 4 times return, one of the highest leverage things you can do is just spend more money. And I know it sounds insane, but it's literally that simple. Plus the fact that you want to think about this in about net volume profit that you get from the system. So if you were spending 100 grand a month and you were making 400 grand a month from 100 grand a month, if you spend 200 grand a month and you make less profits, or you make a less return on ad spend, and that gets you a 3x ROAS, that gets you 600 grand a month instead of 800 grand a month, you still have $400,000 profit as compared to $100,000 profit. So even if you make less profit or you get a less return on ad spend at scale, you're still making more profit total. So again, if you are spending $10,000 a month right now and you are making back 40 grand a month, and you scale to 20 grand a month and you're making 60 instead of 80 grand a month, you still have $40,000 as compared to $10,000. And so many people do not just understand this because they are scared, really. Because I've spent my money on ads too as well, and I know how it feels. But if you don't want to spend more money on what is not working, as long as your funnel is working, the easiest thing you can do to scale is to spend more money. I literally just finished a call with a client just now. She's spending about 1.8K per month and she's making about $40,000 a month. Like, that kind of person should literally just go from 1.8K per month to 1.8K per day and scale the life out of that funnel. And that's exactly what we're about to help her do. Spend so much more money on ads that she goes from 40K per month to 400K plus per month, because that is going to be the easiest thing we can do. Once you have a funnel that is working, once you have a system that is working predictably, the easiest thing you can do to scale your business is spend a shit ton more money on ads. As much as you can possibly spend, so that you can truly maximize the system and get the most out of it. Now, one thing we always hear clients say and people that we speak to is, instead of me spending more money on ads, why don't I try and squeeze more out of the leads that you currently get? So that is a much more slower process, because when you are thinking of your asymmetry, you also want to think about this action I'm about to take. How likely is it that it's going to work? And the likelihood of you making more money if you just double your ad spend is a lot higher than you trying to squeeze more out of the 500 people you have on your email list. So I'm not saying do not squeeze more out of your email list. Ideally, you should do both. You try and scale as much as possible and squeeze more from the leads that you have, but just not scaling because you want to squeeze more out of the leads that you have. It's just very backwards. You shouldn't try and do that, because if you do that, you are going to slow down how quickly it is you can grow your coaching business, because the likelihood of you doing this is a lot lower than the likelihood of you making more money if you just spend more money on ads. So you want to spend more money and then also squeeze out the juice from the leads. So we've had clients in the past where they just keep saying, oh guys, let's try and squeeze more from the email list. Let's try and squeeze more from the email list. Yes, we will do that. That would work, but it takes a longer time than just spending more money on ads. And again, the difference between guys that are making 100 grand a month and the guys that are making 20K a month is how much leverage are they getting within that same time frame. And if I can spend more on ads and you're spending 3 months trying to squeeze more out of 1,000 leads, I would get more money in a quicker time frame than somebody who is just trying to squeeze more of their email list over like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months period. Genuinely, the easiest thing you can do when you have a proven funnel is to spend more money on ads. I know I've said it so many times, but it's just so true. I've seen that repeat itself over and over and over again in our clients' businesses. Finally, if you're still on the edge about spending more, you need to also understand that nothing works forever and the market is always constantly changing. And there's very, very few people in the marketplace that have a proven funnel that works. So many people can't crack it. So if you are fortunate enough to have a marketing system where you put in $1 and it gets you $5, then you should spend as much money as possible, because that is not going to work forever. It's raining money outside. You want to pack as many buckets as possible and put that under the rain so that you can gather as much money as humanly possible instead of you running back inside. So you just want to squeeze as much as possible from the funnel while you still have a funnel that is working, because nothing works forever. When you have that funnel, that marketing system, that where you spend $1, you get back at least $4 to $5 back, you want to squeeze as much juice as possible from that funnel, because otherwise it's not going to work forever. That's just how the market works. So if you're lucky enough to have a funnel that makes you $5 for every $1 you put in, $4 for every $1 you put in, you want to squeeze as much juice as possible from that. And the easiest way you can do that is just to spend more money on ads. Guys, truly spend more money on ads. Truly, guys. Now, some things you can do to make this a bit more easier to spend more money on ads if you're still on the fence and you're still scared, you don't want to spend your money, is first you could use a credit card. That tends to work for a lot of our clients, where you spend the money on ads through a credit card, you pay back in 30 days. And if you have the right type of marketing system, you should be making back your profit within 30 days. So you're not even spending the money out of pocket. You're basically putting everything on a credit card, and that tends to work extremely well for the clients that we have. The second thing you can do is to have a marketing system that allows you to liquidate some of your ad spend. So we have clients where we spend about 30 grand on ads and we make back $34,000 before we even launch the campaign. We also have clients where we spend about $15,000 on ads and we make back $19,000 before we even launch the campaign. So you want to have a marketing system that allows you to self-liquidate your ad spend. That way it feels a lot less risky to increase your ad spend. So an example of a marketing system like that is a challenge funnel, like a paid challenge funnel. If you do a paid challenge funnel, you could make back profits from your marketing system before you even launch ads at all. And then finally, you want to use a marketing system that has a short sales cycle. So you don't want to use a lead magnet funnel that it takes about 2 years before you get a client. You don't want to use like a VSL funnel where people come on the call and then you're following up with them for 3 months before they become a client. You want to use a marketing system where you can actually get the clients and get paid in about a 7 to 14 day period. You don't want to use marketing systems that have very, very long sales cycle. That way, you can easily take the money from the clients that are paying you and put that back into ad spend as quickly as possible. All right, that's the video. Quick one. If you are a coach and you're currently stuck in a revenue plateau and you feel like you don't have that predictability, that consistency in how you get clients for your business, there's going to be a link in the description of this video for you to check out how we can help you get more clients consistently for your business. There's no pressure on you to click the link. If you're interested, just check it out and it might be something that can help your business grow more predictably and consistently. And if you found value in this video, drop a thumbs up, comments, video ideas, questions as you have, and subscribe so that you can get more videos like this. I'm about to get really, really consistent with YouTube. We are going to be putting out a lot of videos, and if you're interested in that and you're finding these videos valuable, subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.